One of those features I love from Index, it's the amount of filters you got in order to get the right exact information you need to. So as you may know, we have time filters, we have the type filters, which means if there are notice of intent, facilities, and so on. Keep that in mind. Then we got the status, if it's active, pending, or whatever. Also the NICE code, because that's an industry-specific code that the government US provides to companies, which is the type of information we need in order to make a good intel process. So with that notice, I will look into less than a year for my petroleum companies because I really want to go and sell into petroleum. And I'll look into, for example, let's see, into the state of New York. Why not? Like, so into the state of New York, we have an active project. We actually a couple regulations like CNS, TRIs, and so on. We got a little brief on the type of permits that they need to have in order to provide the NICE code. Once we enrich the project, Once we enrich the project, we got a lot of information from people who actually build and it's part of this company. As you may notice, we have even the type of equipment that they actually use in this kind of process, and also the a whole repository of information that can provide to you intel on how and why they actually try to buy or sell this kind of equipment or this type of pretty much whatever they try to manufacture or issue. So then we go into the news feed. We got a lot of like connections with the EPA and so on in order to provide you with good intel for these kind of companies. Once it happens, we look into the company itself. We have enrichment flow for the company, which gives you a little brief of what they actually do. And once we have that, we can look into the classification and some sort of description that can provide you great feedback. Ese